But first, we're following that heartbreaking developing story in Paradise this morning. 55 people, they are now confirmed dead in Maui after those wildfires scorched the Hawaiian island, and many more are still unaccounted for. More than 1,000 homes and businesses, they have been destroyed in what is now the country's deadliest wildfire since the 2018 Camp Fire in Northern California. Many people who live in the area or were on the island visiting, they have now been evacuated.
And they're now taking shelter at the airport in Maui and trying to get out. And our very own KCAL news anchor Rudabeh Shahbazi is live there, where she spoke to people who shared stories of what they saw. Rudabeh?
Yeah, guys, I just want to set the scene for you and show you what it looks like. A lot of these people have been here for days now, and it basically is a campsite here at the airport. Everyone is sleeping. Volunteers have been passing out blankets and pillows and toiletries. People are even basically bathing themselves in the bathroom. We saw people with towels on their heads, washing their hair, brushing their teeth. It is a very tempered environment, though, given what's going on outside of these walls, out in Maui, outside of the airport. And people have really rallied. You know, we've just been so impressed by the spirit of the Hawaiian people who are missing loved ones themselves. They can't get a hold of their family members, but still they're showing up to work. They're working 16, 18-hour days. A lot of them are coming and volunteering to pass out food and toiletries to people who are visiting, tourists, and also the people who are trying to escape the chaos. We have talked to a lot of the travelers here today, and a lot of them are from California. We talked to a 15-year-old whose foot was broken. He broke his toe when the power went out at their resort, but couldn't get medical care. He's trying to get back home to California. We also caught up with the former mayor of Glendora, and he talked about his harrowing escape as well. Listen to what he had to say.
We're here on vacation. All of a sudden we had this horrendous wind event followed by sparks and fire, and the next thing you know, we were sheltered in place, and after that we had no electricity, food, water for about 3 days.
Kind of hurts your heart to think about it, huh?
It does, but the generosity of these people towards us being displaced at the airport, they're actually serving us here, and it's just heartwarming.
And, you know, we talked to some of these Californians about something we know so well in Southern California: wildfires, disasters, emergency declarations. But here in Hawaii, you don't expect that. This is the most devastating natural disaster in the state's history. 2,000 local Hawaiians need rooms right now because they've lost their homes. Of course, we know the death toll has risen to 55. It is expected to rise, and so many people without homes, their properties, their businesses have been damaged and lost, and not able to get a hold of their loved ones. That's such a devastating feeling, not being able to reach people who you know were in that fire zone. You can't get to them on the roads. A lot of those people we know jumped into the ocean just to try to escape this wall of flames, and a lot of them perished in their cars, not having anywhere to go.
Rudabeh, you know, it's so hard as a native Californian. I grew up going to Hawaii. You know, it holds such a special place in so many of our hearts, and to hear what these people are going to. And then conversely, you have people, as you see, sleeping behind you. How long are some of these people expecting to wait before they can get on a plane?
Well, a lot of these people, you know, their flights keep getting canceled, so they think that they'll be here for, you know, maybe a few hours. A lot of them just left the resorts in buses or left where they were and just came to the airport to try to figure out a plan when they got here. We even met up with some people from New Zealand who just happened to have a layover here and got stuck here amid this devastation. They haven't even been out on the island yet. And so it's kind of a waiting game for a lot of these people, not knowing when they're going to go home, not knowing if their flights are going to be delayed or canceled even further. But they are really calm given the situation, and, you know, they've been kept fed, they've been sleeping. There is a law enforcement presence, but they're basically just checking on people. We haven't seen anything that you might expect in other disasters, or that we've seen in other disasters past, hurricanes and tornadoes, where the situation becomes so desperate that people start misbehaving. We know that it is a much more dire situation out on the island, but here at the airport, people have really been showing support to each other so far.
That is very good to hear.
I feel like that's something that really sits with you too. I got chills when she was talking about the spirit of people in Hawaii. I feel like that's why people go there.
Yeah, it's that ohana.
The energy, they're so happy, they're willing to help, and you know, this just really speaks to the people that are there. Rudabeh, thank you so much. We'll be checking in with you throughout the morning.